Okay, today we are out at the Thetis Lake trails, and the first trail we're going to do is a trail called Lighthouse. Now, Lighthouse is a blue intermediate trail, and it's going to also incorporate into this trail a trail that should just be called Lighthouse, but for some reason the CRD named it something else, called it Nohouse, because they built a bypass for Lighthouse, I don't know, over the last couple of years, because a part of the Lighthouse trail got ruined because of development or something like that. So I'll indicate when I've started Nohouse, and then Nohouse turns into Lighthouse again. So, and I'm not exactly sure where Lighthouse finishes, so we'll just finish it at where the start end of Love Shack is. So Lighthouse Trail is a blue intermediate trail, like I said. It's actually a really good trail. I enjoy doing most of the trails out here when I do ride out here, which is not often. So we do a left-hand turn here. There is a right. I'm not sure where the right takes you. Probably back out to the service road, I imagine. And so you got a punchy little climb here, and then you go on to, you gotta go up a rock. There we go. So this trail definitely has some technical element to it. And again, we go left on the fork, and I don't know where the right goes. I don't ride out here that often, so I typically just do routes that I'm familiar with. You gotta go through a rock garden. You drop her down a bit for this. Not that it's much, but I think the last time I did this little section I had a slip out. I think it's considerably drier though this time around. And I actually did do a video for this trail last year. So, but it incorporated Lighthouse extension, which I'm going to do as a separate video if all goes well. Very rocky, very rooty. You certainly have to pay attention. So you end the first portion of Lighthouse, and you need to do a left. There's a sign to indicate. So do a left, and then I'll do a right, and then it'll start up again. So do a right to carry on Lighthouse Trail. Do a bit of a climb. Like I said, I don't ride these trails that often, so I don't exactly know all the lines perfectly or anything like that. And these trails are all on trail forks, just for your reference and stuff like that. I parked at the little parking area at the top of Bellamy Road for simplicity purposes. I used to park by Millstream Elementary and take Speedway trail in, but I believe that's all been decommissioned now because of all the building that's going on in that area. They took over the speedway, which is unfortunate because that was a nice little trail as well. But we're pretty lucky for what we have in this area. So this, I believe, is Nohouse now. So it used to go to the left back there, probably 50 yards. And GRD came in and decided to build this, and instead of just keeping the name Lighthouse, they changed it to Nohouse, which I guess is kind of confusing considering it starts up as Lighthouse again, but whatever. But there will be a sign that indicates when it goes back to Lighthouse. And that little spot there, climbing up, is, I have challenges with that. Okay, now we're coming up to the intersection where you do a left to stay on Lighthouse Trail. So you're ending Nohouse onto Lighthouse. Bellamy Trail is to the right, which is more like just a service road. So back on Lighthouse, the blue intermediate trail. And then we'll take this and we'll call the transition at Love Shack will be the start of Lighthouse Extension, which technically it starts earlier than that, but I'm not sure exactly where. So it's right in that area. The conditions are quite dry. We actually had some rain earlier in the week. I believe it's a Sunday today in late July. So we actually had a really good dumping, which was really good. Okay, so that's the end of Lighthouse, because on my left is Love Shack.